What are the cost implications for one to decide to go abroad?
Okay, when we look at tuition fee is tentatively 1.2 to 1.4 million Kenya shillings for one semester. And then the cost of living in Australia for 1 year is around 1.7 million Kenya shillings.
Yes.
Yeah, so if you budget for a whole year, tentatively 4.5 million Kenya shillings.
4.5 million
Yeah.
Kenya
That one is
shillings.
a tentative amount because of the dollar fluctuation.
Hello,
Hi,
how are you?
I'm fine.
What does it take to consider yourself for an opportunity to study abroad?
Okay, of course, when you're looking at studying abroad, your grades, your academic progression is what matters first. And then now there is the financial implication. Yeah.
And can I say that I am gifted in talent and actually get an opportunity to go?
For Australia, it's tricky. Yeah.
All right.
For them, basically, education is their number one. Is their number one export. Is it export or import?
Export.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So for them, basically, education. Ndio lazima uende nayo. Hizi za talent. Yes, there's those people who qualify, but very minimal.
Very minimal.
Yeah.
What should I consider before deciding to study abroad?
Of course, you should consider what you intend to go and pursue. That's number one. Number two, you should look if your parents are able to support you financially during your study period in Australia. And number three, you look the course you're going to pursue, will it assist you back in your home country? Or is it something that is tying you to just one country?
All right.
Yeah, because you see, if you do a course that ties you to one country, it's not so beneficial as compared to something that you're able to move around in any country.
Yes.
And present your credentials for employment.
All right.
Yeah.
You mentioned about teaching and the fact that when you have a TSC number and you go practice, it's actually a benefit.
Yeah.
Tell me about it.
Because you see, along the way, as you're applying for a student visa to go in Australia, your main incentive should be, I'm going to study and coming back to your home country. When it comes to the visa stage, you'll say, I'm employed back home with the TSC. I'll be on leave for 2 years to pursue my studies and come back to my home country.
Yes.
So inakupatia ka plus. Yeah.
What are the cost implications for one to decide to go abroad?
Okay, when we look at tuition fee is tentatively 1.2 to 1.4 million Kenya shillings for one semester. And then the cost of living in Australia for 1 year is around 1.7 million Kenya shillings.
Yes.
Yeah, so if you budget for a whole year, tentatively 4.5 million Kenya shillings.
4.5 million
Yeah.
Kenya
That one is a
shillings.
tentative amount because of the dollar fluctuation.
And I'll be assured that after a certain period of time, I'll get it back.
That one now is a yes and no answer. Yes, because it's workable, and no, if you're not aggressive. When you're going, you need to be aggressive and understand that yes, you're going as a student, and also you're going to hustle it out to better your life as you continue studying.
Yeah.
So mtu asiende like amelalia masikio tu aliambiwa kuna job na hatafuti hizo jobs. You need to look for the jobs to work. They are available, but you need to apply like any other person and gain them.
And does your agency allow people, give the opportunities, or have a website whereby they'll tell if you're in this state, we've partnered with a few companies and you can get a job here?
For job opportunities?
Yes.
No, we are licensed basically to process student visas only, not the work visas. Yeah, at any given point.
All right.
We only tell you what will come with your visa, but now we don't assist in work applications.
All right.
Yeah.
How is the visa process? Is it quite easy or depends with who you know?
Okay, for Australia, I would say it's easy to get an Australian visa compared to any other country's visa.
Yes.
One, because the embassy is not based in Kenya, it's based in South Africa, whereby you're not able to meet physically with the consular officer. They assess you online based on the credentials you provide and your statement of purpose that you write, explaining your incentives of going to pursue that course in their country.
All right.
Yeah.
We've heard of various tests that people have to do in order for them to go outside.
Okay.
Could you tell us more about it?
Okay, we have English tests. Equally, we have aptitude tests that students are supposed to take before they qualify for courses. However, when you look at Australia, it has an added advantage because you find most courses students are not required to sit for an English exam for them to qualify, because Australia is an English speaking country, so is Kenya.
Yeah.
So apart from nursing, public social work, and maybe teaching, these are the courses you are assessed based on your previous learning.
Oh,
yeah.
And as a student counselor, is there a way you can help the students take the aptitude test and the English test before they do the exams, or they're on their own?
Okay, for training, number one, we've partnered with British Council to assist students in booking the exams for English. And when you book through us and British Council, they are able to send you training materials. Equally, as counselors, we normally share the links available online for students to train themselves, because the online classes and the on ground classes, it's equally the same, because ni recordings tu zile ndio wanaenda kufunza. So we normally share with them the available links, the available apps, any materials that could assist student to be able to train. In an event that the student is not able to train on their own, we now refer them to tutors that we know are able to train them to meet the requirement prior to sitting for the exam.
And if a student fails, what happens?
Now, if you fail, you have to retake the exam. Because if you've been told we need a band of 7 with no band less than 7, then you need to get that 7 and no band less than 7. Lazima urudie hata kama ni ka 0.5 kamekuangusha.
And is it challenging, the process of actually getting the visa and going?
Not really challenging, because you see, the first step is assessing the student to see if they meet the requirement. If they meet, then there are no more challenges that you cannot be able to overcome. Yeah, we start with the school application. The school will assess you, confirm that you meet the requirement, and guide you on the next steps until we are able to proceed to the visa stage.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice one.
Challenges that you find, maybe students are not able to get a bank statement to prove their financial capacity.
Yeah.
Those
and now for such a
challenges.
situation, they have to go and make a proper bank statement.
Yes, they need to find a bank statement, but you find some schools are able to waive the bank statement and allow you to proceed without assessing your financials. Equally, the embassy might assess you without the financials. But at least we normally advise that you have backup. In case you're requested to provide the bank statement, you are able to provide one.
And does it also involve the scholarships? How do the scholarships go? Okay,
so for Australia scholarships, they normally have different scholarships. Number one, we have academic merit scholarships. Number two, we have the Vice Chancellor scholarship. And number three, we have course scholarships, such that you might find for KCSE, a B+ and above, and the undergraduate, a second up and above, you might qualify for the academic-based merit scholarship, which is 15 to 30% off. For the Vice Chancellor scholarship, you need to be a high-scoring student to party A and above or first class. But for the 15 to 30% academic, it's normally granted automatically with your offer. They will assess you academically and scholarship-wise. If you qualify, they give you an offer and also tell you that you qualified for this scholarship. We've granted you the certain amount of scholarship. Yeah. For the Vice Chancellors, now you need to apply. They'll tell you you qualify, they give you the 15 to 30, then tell you qualify for 50%, you can still apply, and we will assess you for the 50% scholarship.
Oh. And do they help, maybe the one that we hear, they decided to waiver off, let's say 30,000 from your tuition fee because you're working in the school or things like that? Do they actually do that?
Not really. Yeah.
The ones that we hear, someone is an athlete, and because of that, they are an addition to the university, so they sort of slash.
Some schools do that. Some, okay. You know what happens is when you go there, you're able to go to your faculty and explore all the scholarship opportunities available. If there are scholarships for sports students, for who and who, unazichukua zote and then unaekewa, unapata maybe umebaki na 30% off. But sasa ukiwa Kenya, from the word go, it's the 15 to 30 that is normally available.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you for having us.
You're welcome. My name is Priska Opanga. I'm a student counselor, and this is Imagine Business.